Welcome to Mindly Way, where we explore life philosophies to grow and find the right path. Get ready to listen for an inner journey. As we begin this exploration, let's consider the critical role that solitude plays in spiritual growth. Just as a seed needs the quiet darkness of the earth to germinate, so too does our inner selves flourish in the nurturing silence of solitude. In the midst of the hustle and bustle of our daily lives, we frequently wear masks and play roles that are prescribed by society. But who are we underneath these masks? In order to respond to this, we must leave the bustle of the outside world and withdraw into the peace and quiet of solitude. Here, free from obligations or demands, we can start the process of discovering who we truly are. The cornerstone of spiritual discovery is this voyage within. So the next time you find yourself alone, accept the stillness instead of rushing to feel it. The voyage within might be the most thrilling adventure of all. This journey typically begins when we decide to leave behind the incessant chatter of daily life and walk into the world of isolation. Dear friends, solitude is not a punishment but a gateway to self-discovery. Being alone ourselves allows us to confront our innermost desires, worries, and ideas. It is in these quiet moments that we can gain a greater insight of who we really are. When we are alone, we can strip away the masks we wear for society, peel back the layers of expectations and pretenses, and stand naked in our authenticity. Imagine solitude as a lone tree in an open field. The tree stands tall, rooted firmly in the ground, yet it is free from the constraints of a crowded forest. It is uniquely itself unhampered by competition or comparison. Just like this tree in solitude, we find the freedom to truly be ourselves, to grow in our unique way, and to touch the sky of our potential. Or consider a quiet mountain path. As we walk this path alone, we are not hindered by the pace or direction of others. We can pause when we wish, marvel at the beauty around us, or simply stand still listening to the whispers of our own heart. This path symbolizes our journey within a journey that can only be undertaken in solitude. In the silence of being alone, we can hear the quiet voice of our intuition, often drowned out in the hustle and bustle of life. This voice, this inner compass, guides us to our true selves, showing us who we are beneath the roles we play and the expectations we shoulder. In the end, solitude is where we find our true selves, not about loneliness or seclusion, but about self-awareness and self-discovery. It's about developing a relationship with the most significant person in your life. This realization is the first step on the path to spiritual awakening, which entails realizing our purpose in the universe and experiencing the joy and serenity that come from living in harmony with our actual self. Engaging in a silent dialogue with oneself through introspection can yield significant revelations. Let's explore the core of self-reflection. The process of looking inward is similar to going on a personal journey that takes one deep within to the essence of who they are. In the rush and bustle of daily life, it can be simple to lose touch with who we are on the inside. When we remove the layers of expectations, roles, and societal norms from our lives, we can uncover who we really are. This is where the power of introspection comes into play. When we are by ourselves, we can take off these masks without worrying about being judged and have an honest conversation with our innermost selves. We can begin to explore our thoughts, emotions, desires, and fears. Imagine introspection as a mirror held up to the soul, similar to the serene reflective surface of a lake. It allows us to see our true selves clearly. It offers us a chance to examine our reflections, to accept our imperfections, and to celebrate our unique qualities. We can question our beliefs, challenge our prejudices, and seek to understand our motivations. The process of introspection can be intimidating. It demands bravery to face our shortcomings and weaknesses, but it also presents us with opportunities for growth and transformation. It enables us to learn from our past, come to terms with it, and create a more genuine future. In the silence of solitude, introspection becomes even more powerful. Outside distractions fade away, making it possible to examine oneself more intently and thoroughly. The noise of other people's expectations and opinions is silenced, preparing the ground for the emergence of our own voice and truth. As we journey on our spiritual paths, let's remember to take the time for this vital act of introspection to truly connect with our inner selves. and to uncover the wisdom that resides in silence, which is often feared but can be the most enlightening companion on your spiritual journey. Introspection can lead us to profound personal insights. It can help us uncover our passions, our purpose, our truest selves. It can guide us towards a more authentic, fulfilling life. And it can lead us to the discovery of our own unique path in this vast tapestry of existence. It's a contradiction that in our noisy society, when television, social media, and the ceaseless hum of our thoughts fill our lives, we frequently flee from silence. However, when we quiet the outside world and our inner chatter, we can gain significant insights. Imagine being by yourself in a forest, surrounded by the tranquility of nature. Hear the rustling of leaves, the distant call of a bird, and the gentle whisper of the wind. These sounds of silence echo within us, giving our existence rhythm. But silence is not empty. It is filled with life's music. Like a symphony that plays our spiritual journey's melody, we can hear our deepest thoughts, feel our most profound emotions, and awaken to our true essence in this quiet space that we create when we embrace silence. We also start to see the world and our place in it more clearly, comprehend our desires and fears, strengths and weaknesses. In solitude, we can connect with our inner wisdom. We all possess a deep reservoir of knowledge and understanding that is waiting to be tapped into and can guide us on our spiritual journey. To access this reservoir, however, requires silence, listening, and receptivity. Through embracing silence, we can see the patterns of our life, the threads that weave the tapestry of our existence. Let's embrace silence. It's not just the absence of noise. It's also the presence of peace, clarity, and insight. It's a place where we can connect with our true selves away from outside distractions and demands. It's also the fertile soil where the seeds of our spiritual growth can take root and flourish. In the quiet, we discover our purpose and comprehend our path, rather than viewing it as something to be dreaded, but rather as a reliable guide on our spiritual journey. Let's listen to its whispers, experience its vibrations, and allow it to illuminate our path. Hello, how is the adventure going for you so far? We are so grateful that you have decided to accompany us on this voyage of introspection and self-discovery. If you think these insights are helpful, please think about becoming a channel subscriber. You'll not only receive updates on all of our next videos, but you'll also join a community of like-minded people who will encourage you. Now, let's continue the video on the self-discovery trip. Great thinkers have always sought solitude in their pursuit of truth. This insightful comment strikes a deep chord with everybody who has ever stopped to think in solitude. Let's look at a few instances. The story of the Buddha-born Siddhartha gamer who left the comforts of his palace to seek solitude in the wilderness and meditated under the Bodh tree far removed from society is one example. In more recent times, we have the example of Albert Einstein, the brilliant physicist who frequently secluded himself in his study to ponder the mysteries of the universe. It was in these moments of solitude that he formulated the theory that has shaped Western thought for over 2 millennia. According to a quote by Woolf, "I need solitude for my writing, not like a hermit, which wouldn't be enough, but like a dead man." Some historical figures, among many others, understood the power of solitude. They understood that in the quiet they could hear their thoughts more clearly, and in the silence they could find their true selves. They saw solitude not as a state of loneliness, but as an opportunity to explore the depths of their minds. Hemingway, on the other hand, expressed writing at its best is a lonely life. As these brilliant thinkers realized, solitude isn't about shutting oneself off from the outside world. Rather, it's about making a place where one can think, learn, and develop. It's about getting to know oneself better and, in the process, learning more about the world around us. Being alone does not equate to loneliness. Rather, it is a fulfilling journey within. Solitude is not a state to be feared, but a condition to be sought and shared. It's a sanctuary of the soul, a haven where one can retreat from the D of the world and commune with their deepest self. But how does one find such solitude amidst the clamor and demands of daily life? The key lies in creating moments of solitude, pockets of peace carved out from the fabric of our daily routines. It need not be an extended period of isolation. Often the most impactful moments of solitude are those Interlaced within the rhythms of our everyday lives, consider the early morning when the world is still half asleep and the air is filled with the hushed tones of dawn. This is a time ripe for solitude, a simple ritual of brewing a cup of tea or coffee and sitting quietly as the day unfolds can offer a profound moment of solitude. Or take a solitary walk. It can be in a park, along a beach, or even just around your neighborhood. The act of walking alone in tune with your thoughts and the world around you can be a powerful exercise in solitude. And then there's the solitude found in silence, the process of silence, the noise, embracing the stillness, and turning off the phone, TV, and social media can provide one a much-needed break and an opportunity to connect with their inner thoughts and feelings. Another way to spend time alone is to read. A distinct kind of solitude can be found in losing yourself in a book away from the outside world's distractions. But keep in mind that solitude isn't the same as loneliness. It's about making time for introspection and self-discovery. It's about finding serenity in the middle of turmoil. Even in the hustle and bustle of life, solitude can be found and embraced. And in embracing solitude, we find ourselves. The journey of self-discovery is a solitary one, but it is the most rewarding journey you will ever embark upon, as we have explored. Seek out these moments of solitude, cherish them, let them become your sanctuary, your haven, and create your own rituals that resonate with your spirit and help you connect with your deeper self. Being alone is not the same as being alone. Rather, solitude can be a potent tool for reflection, self-discovery, and spiritual development. In isolation, we discover the opportunity to reflect on life's mysteries. The stillness of being alone helps us to peel aside the layers of societal expectations and expose our genuine selves. Discover the answers to our most profound questions and get a deeper understanding of ourselves. We can hear the whispers of our inner wisdom directing us toward our life's mission in the stillness of solitude. It has been demonstrated by historical personalities and philosophers that solitude may serve as a catalyst for ideas and thoughts that transform. Including even little periods of solitude in our daily lives can provide us with a haven for introspection and personal development. Keep in mind that the path followed in isolation is the key to your ultimate self-discovery.